Got to share this story with you. PayPal drives crypto adoption with Pay Crypto app. They're truly opening the floodgates with this one. And again, still pending New York Department Financial Services approval. But this new Pay Crypto will essentially bring all payment-based cryptos into the same hub. So now, if you're engaging with PayPal or Venmo, because this will also include that as well, I'll touch on that in a moment. But if you're interacting with either one of those platforms, you now have the option to not only pay with PYUSD, PayPal stablecoin, USDC, which has been wrapped up into their ecosystem, but now we'll start to see assets like Tether, Stellar, Alchemy Pay, XRP. I'm trying to think of another one that is often used as a form of payment. The list is really very big, guys. And honestly, I would be on the lookout for a few months down the road, older coins like Dash, Bitcoin Cash, that era, Litecoin. Don't forget about Litecoin beginning to reemerge in the conversation because now they're being widely used as a form of payment, thanks to PayPal. Now, like I said earlier, that this is going to boost my theory on crypto being embedded into the new era of college sports. Remember, it was only a couple weeks ago that they announced the landmark deal with the Big Ten and Big 12 college football conferences. I just watched Big Ten Media Days a couple days ago, and a couple of the coaches were praising the new platform already. They were able to kick this off July 1st. Student athletes are already getting paid with the system, and the reviews are very promising. So, to that point, how else will they build this out? And how could it benefit a network like Stellar? Because you guys know, I have been pushing that narrative as well. I think Stellar is going to benefit tremendously from what PayPal, the infrastructure that they're building around sports. Now, remember when they added PYUSD? Well, they announced that they were going to add PYUSD to the Stellar network. And specifically, it would give PYUSD users on Stellar access to its vast network of on and off ramps. Now, a couple days after that, they announced something called PayPal World. PayPal World is supposed to be their platform to connect all forms of digital wallets. So if your wallet comes from your bank, it's going to connect. Credit union, it's going to connect. And it also opens the door for Web3 wallets as well. That is the opening that I see Stellar walking through. And when you add that with the Pay Crypto, as well as their deal with the Big 10, Big 12, college football, NIL, the infrastructure that has just been built by PayPal, they're now the backbone for college sports. And the opportunity for assets like Stellar and its PayFi cousin, Solana, is tremendous. Because what else is wrapped up in the PayFi ecosystem? Venmo, PayPal USD, Stripe, Visa, MasterCard, several digital wallet providers, as well as credit card providers, crypto debit card providers. So what I'm looking at are all the little pieces that would be needed to plug into each other to create this system. Now, obviously, we're still waiting on approval from the New York Department of Financial Services. Once they get the approval, they plan to launch in 2026. Now, as it stands right now, in relation to sports, everybody is still figuring it out because the deal was only established with 2 conferences. There are at least 4 more that PayPal could include here. And they wouldn't even have to go to some of these smaller conferences. I'm talking SEC, ACC. It's not a Pac-12 anymore. It's more like a 2. But They call them Power 5 conferences. PayPal only brought in 2 of the 5. If they get the other 3 conferences, just imagine how much liquidity is going to be running through that. I bring that detail in the conversation because the more players, the more schools, the more markets that you have in this ecosystem, it increases the likelihood that a wallet built on Stellar begins to take up some of that market share. Now, in reality, any other network could produce this. That is why I am crafting my Elite 8 to make sure that I have as much exposure from these 8 assets as I possibly can. So, bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, Stellar would benefit from the massive wallet usage in the new era of name, image, and likeness when it comes to college sports. That is my position, and I'm willing to stand on that until I see it happen. May not happen overnight, may take a few months, may even take a few years, but that's the game that we're playing here. In addition, set the launch for 2026. I believe we should hear some sort of approval by this winter, especially around playoff time. They always like to make big announcements and adds to the spectacle, to the pageantry. So, big news coming out of PayPal, guys.